Aloha. If we haven't met already, my name is Bruno Zaloom. This is Shakti, and we are on the island of Maui in Hawaii. Welcome to Solar Express. This practice is designed to energize you, to wake you up, to make you move, and to move you. So I really hope you enjoy it. This class is part of a series of 3 classes. You can take each one of them individually, they work great on their own, or you can stack them one after the next. So, this first one is the solar practice, which is more of an energizing practice. The second one is a lunar practice, Lunar Express, great restorative class. And then the third one is Stellar Express, practice that is super relaxing. It ends with a beautiful meditation. It has breath work inside of it as well. So I really hope you enjoy them. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Aloha. So you don't need any props for this practice, but if you have yoga blocks and you like to use them, you can grab them. If you have a blanket or a towel that you like to use to pad your knees, of course, grab it as well. Let's start by finding a tabletop. Bring yourself onto your hands and your knees. Put your knees right underneath your hips. Create a 90-degree between your thighs and the floor. And then plug the tops of your feet down behind you and spread across your toes. Then go ahead and look at your hands and create a nice frame for your hands. So bring your middle fingers to touch just like this. And then lift your fingers and turn them forward so that you have this nice distance between your wrists, which is the same as the distance between your shoulders. Make your middle fingers parallel. Make sure that your wrists are right underneath your shoulders so that you have a nice 90-degree. And then you're going to look forward in front of you. You're going to tuck your pelvis in, round your back, start to dome your back, drop your head, look down towards your heart, take a big inhale. And on your exhale, you're going to stick your butt back behind you, drop your belly down, let your lungs come through your arms, lift your vision and look out. Beautiful. Every inhale, you're going to round your back, tuck your pelvis in, drop your head, look towards your heart. And then every exhale, you're going to drop your belly down, let your lungs come through that front portal, lift your vision and look out. Every inhale, go into yourself, round. Every exhale, move out. Right in front of you, curl. That's it. Every inhale, you're taking yourself into a cat pose. And every exhale, you're taking yourself into a cow. Beautiful. Now see if you can start to make your breath a little bit more rhythmical. A little bit more audible so that you're inhaling and exhaling through your nose, but you're really keeping the integrity of this movement that you're doing, right? So it's really 2 movements that are so opposing each other. One is a round, you're rounding your back up towards the sky, and the other is a big curl, you're dropping your belly down towards the earth. Notice that your pelvis is really initiating the movement. Everything is really starting at your tailbone, at your pelvis. Actually, everything is really starting in your feet. So plug your feet down, right? So everything always begins at the bottom of ourselves, in our roots, in our basement, in our first floor, which is really all about the legs, the pelvis, the kidneys. Keep moving here. Put yourself in a place where you can find a nice rhythm, activating the fire within you. Knowing that you have 3 sources of fire in your body, the fire of the groin, right around the center of the pelvis, the fire of the heart, right in the center of your chest, and then the fire of your imagination, right in the center of your forehead. Keep moving here for the last 10 seconds, maybe go a little bit faster. Beautiful, maybe go a little bit louder. Maybe starting to feel the heat rising a little bit more from the lowest fire up towards your 3rd fire, right around your forehead. And then you can start to slow it down and down and down. Beautiful. Inhale, round your back, go in. Inhale a little bit more. Inhale a little bit more. Exhale, stick your butt back, drop your belly. Keep exhaling, lift your vision, look up. Beautiful. Inhale and exhale normally. Bring your big toes to touch. Go ahead and sit on your heels. You can sit on a block or a blanket if you prefer. And then go ahead and make one fist with each hand. You can bring your thumbs towards the middle of your palms and then wrap the other fingers around. You're going to put your fist right in front of your shoulders here. On your inhale, you're going to open yourself up. Lift your fist up to the sky. Make your elbows perpendicular to the ground. On your exhale, you're going to round your back. Go into yourself. Bring your fists towards each other right in front of your heart. Inhale, expand. Lift your vision. Look up. Exhale, curl, round, concentrate, go back in. Every inhale, open yourself up, lift your vision. Every exhale, round and go down, reflect. Beautiful. Keep moving. Just like you were doing before, start to make your breath more audible, like a cleansing breath here. That's it. Put yourself in a position that you're really in the center and you're really starting to radiate in all of these directions, north and south, with your head moving up and down. East and west, with your elbows and your arms moving to the right and to the left. Very nice. And then forward and backward with your pelvis rocking forward and back from your tailbone to your pubic bone to tailbone. Give yourself 5 more of these. Beautiful. Inhale, open yourself up, lift your vision, look up. Inhale a little bit more. Exhale, round and go in. Exhale more, exhale more. Inhale and exhale normally. Bring yourself back forward. Put your hands right in front of you. Knees underneath your hips, just like you did before, tabletop. This time you're going to take your hands and you're going to flip your fingers towards yourself. If this is too much, you can keep your fingers turned forward, or you can turn your fingers towards the sides, to the right and to the left. But if your fingers are turned towards you, try to keep the idea of the 90-degree behind your wrists, right? So even though the fingers are towards us, and then separate your hands a little bit so you still have this big portal from your wrist to your shoulder. Then you're going to plug your tops of the feet down and you're going to start to give yourself circles all around your wrists, all around your hips, all around your ankles. Start to bring the idea of the cat and the cow here in the circles so that you're moving your pelvis in big circles. Notice how I'm rounding my back and curling my back just like I was doing before and you were doing before, hopefully, so that you're really moving in big circles, initiating everything from the pelvis and then letting everything else move all around. That's it. Keep moving, keep looking forward. Nice. Allowing yourself to really start to take out any debris from inside of the joints, especially the wrist if they're turned, but also around the pelvis, around the shoulders, around the neck. You can start to move your neck a little bit to the sides, making little circles. That's it. And then reverse direction, go the other way. Try to make the circle as precise when you go this way than when you go the other way, even though the first way that you went is usually your most favorite. So keep moving, keep making circles. Nice. Keep articulating yourself. And then bring yourself back towards the center. Turn your fingers forward. Take a moment here to bring your big toes together, just like you did before. Sit on top of your heels. This time you're going to interlace your fingers to the webbing. Make one big fist in front of you, and then start to make circles all around your wrists, integrating that work that you're starting to do inside of your wrist joints. That's it. Beautiful. Keep moving. Keep reversing directions. Nice. And then keep your hands interlaced. Bring your palms to touch your heart right in the middle. Exhale, turn your palms forward. Align your wrists with your shoulders. Inhale, bring your palms to your heart. Exhale, extend your arms forward. Inhale to yourself. Exhale out into the world. Inhale and exhale. In, out. Find the rhythm through the nose. That's it. So good. Try to really align your wrists with your shoulders. Keep moving. Keep finding this nice rhythm here between you. Every time you're touching yourself, touching your sternum, touching your immunity, and the world in front of you, your potential, your dreams, your desires waiting for you right in front. Be the conduit between the two. Give yourself 10 more of these. Beautiful. And then inhale, touch your heart. Slide your hands in a prayer in the center of your chest and take a moment to set an intention for yourself, maybe connecting yourself with a vision that you have, a dream, a desire, something that would bring you peace, happiness, and joy in your life. And then whenever you're ready, you can slowly bow your head towards your hands, open your eyes, exhale. Inhale, lift your prayer up, 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 up towards the sky. Follow your prayer with your eyes. Lift your vision. Keep inhaling until your arms are straight. And then on your exhale, separate your hands and bring them down by your side. Beautiful. You're going to tuck your toes underneath you. You're going to lift your knees up. And then you're going to walk your hands towards your feet, folding over yourself here. Right away, bring two fists, make two fists with your hands, and bring them right next to each other, just like this. And then bend your knees so much and plug your fist right in between your feet, right in between the arches of your feet on the ground. Then you're going to walk your feet closer and closer together so that the feet and the fist are connected. Now you know that you're well measured. This is the distance between your inner hip bones. Make the outer edges of your feet parallel together and parallel to the outer edges of your mat. And then bend your knees like crazy and put your belly on top of your thighs. Hang over yourself. Grab hold of your opposite elbows and then really allow the backs of your legs to elongate. Instead of digging your heels back and really sitting on your butt, can you bring your weight forward to the balls of your feet so that you're tilting yourself forward and you're really draping your upper body on your lower body? Can you allow the backs of your thighs to elongate? So from the center of the knee, draw a line up towards your butt, send them up to the sky. From the back of the knee, draw two lines down towards your heels and plug them down into the ground so that you really have the backs of your thighs really opening up, really elongating here. And then you can separate your hands, hang over yourself just for a second here. Shake your head from side to side. Beautiful. Then you're going to lift your vision, look forward, start to walk your hands forward and forward and forward. Keep your feet in the hip width distance, so just your heels will start to lift until you feel that your heels are right above the balls of your feet, so that you have 90 degrees behind your soles of the feet. And now you're starting to construct a high plank here by bringing your wrists underneath your shoulders. That's it. Sucking your belly up towards your spine. Yes. And then making your middle fingers parallel together here. That's it. Make yourself like a nice strong line from your heels up towards your crown. So lift your vision, look forward in front of you. On your exhale, just bend your knees, lift your hips up and back, bring your belly on your thighs, just like you did in your forward fold 5 seconds ago. And then push your back towards your legs so that you're really pushing the mat away from you, so that you're really bringing your belly to touch your thighs. Your butt is up on the sky. That's it. Your heels are lifted, so your butt bones are lifted. So good. Your knees are slightly bent so that you have this nice curve in your lower back. And then you can lift your vision, look forward, inhale, bring yourself forward into a high plank. Make sure that your high plank is well measured, meaning you have 90 degrees behind your wrists, you have 90 degrees behind your feet, and then you're really occupying all of that space in between. Lift your vision, look forward, exhale, downward facing dog, soft bent knees, gaze is a little bit forward, neck is nice and relaxed. Inhale, bring yourself forward, it's a high plank. Exhale, hips up and back, it's a dog. Gorgeous. Keep moving here. Every inhale, bring yourself forward, look forward. Every exhale, take yourself back into a dog. Keep looking slightly forward. Inhale, bring yourself forward, it's a high plank. Gorgeous. Exhale, hips up and back, it's a dog. Start to move here a little bit more rhythmically so that you're really moving with your breath. Every inhale, bring yourself forward, it's a high plank, 90 degrees everywhere. Every exhale, you're taking your hips up and back into a dog. You're creating 60 degrees with your body. Equilateral triangle. That's it. Keep moving here for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring yourself forward into a high plank. This time, kiss your knees to the ground, bend your elbows, and lower your whole self down on the ground. Beautiful. Slide your hands in front of you. Put your elbows underneath your shoulders. Give yourself a sphinx pose, so press your hands down on the ground and then push the ground down and towards yourself so that you can bring your lungs through. Lift your vision, look forward, take your shoulders back and down. Make sure your elbows are right underneath your shoulders and then untuck your toes so the tops of the feet are down. Lift your vision, look forward. Nice. And then lower yourself down. Put your hands underneath your shoulder. Tuck your toes underneath you. Push your hips towards your heels. Look forward. And then just straighten your legs up towards the sky. Keep a soft bend in them. And bring yourself into down facing dog. I have cat hair all over my face and my mouth. Very good. Once you're in your dog, bend your knees, lift your hips up towards the sky. That's it. Beautiful. Look forward right in front of you. Inhale, bring yourself forward in a high plank. Pause here. Look forward. Kiss your knees to the ground. Drop your pelvis down. Let your belly come through your frame. Let your lungs come through your frame. Look forward. Keep your toes tucked behind you so the balls of the feet are down. See if you can lift your knees off of the ground. Bend your elbows a little bit. Let your lungs come through even more, and then straighten your elbows once again. Look forward in front of you. Maybe gaze at the tip of your nose. And then on your exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. So beautiful. Every inhale, you're going to look forward, bring yourself forward, skip the plank, drop your pelvis down, let your lungs come through. Up dog variation, toes are tucked, heels are pulling you back, sternum is bringing you forward. Every exhale, take your hips up and back into your dog. Very nice. Inhale, bring yourself forward, let your lungs come through. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Keep moving here, giving yourself 5 or 6 of these. Every inhale, bringing yourself through like a wave. Every exhale, taking your hips up and back like a triangle, an equilateral triangle. 60 degrees on your pelvis, 60 degrees behind your wrists, 60 degrees underneath your feet when you're in a dog. And bringing yourself forward into upward facing dog, 120-degree, beautiful big angle. That's it. Inhale, bring yourself forward. It's an upward facing dog. Look behind your left shoulder. Look behind your right shoulder. Look straight in front of you at the tip of your nose. Exhale, hips up and back, down dog. Beautiful. Now, you're going to lunge your right foot forward inside of the right hand. This is where you can use your hands on the blocks. It makes it so much more accessible. Or you can use your hand to bring your foot forward. And then look forward. Take your right leg back into a dog. Inhale, left foot forward, inside of the left hand, look forward, and then left leg back. Keep moving here, a few steps forward with the right foot back, left foot forward, left foot back. Beautiful. Give yourself 1 or 2 more on each side. Whether you're working with blocks, whether you're using your hands, really try to engage your belly to really use your abdomen here to propel your leg forward, so make everything tight. Round your back when you move forward like a cat pose. And then the next time your right foot comes forward, pause here. Take your left knee down to the ground. Untuck the left toes. Make sure that you have space underneath your left thigh. So take your left knee back a little bit more. And then make a 90-degree with the right knee, with the front knee, so that the right ankle is right underneath the right knee. Extend your right arm out to the right. Put your right knee inside of your right armpit. Tent your right fingers. Extend your left arm out to the left. Lift your vision, look forward. Bring your lungs through just like an upward facing dog that you just did before. And then when you're ready, you're going to lift off. You're going to lift both arms up towards the sky. You're going to grab hold of your opposite elbows over your head. And then you're going to bend into that right knee a little bit more, so that you can bring your pubis, your navel, and your sternum forward. And then see if you can bring everything forward, up and back, so that you can really start to lift your vision as the last little step of this whole posture that you're building from the ground up. Reconnect yourself with your roots, especially the left foot behind you. Think that your back bend is starting at your left foot, so spread across your toes, your left toes behind you. Nice. Bring the front of your body forward, up and back. And then on your exhale, you're going to separate your hands. Take your left hand underneath your left shoulder. Right hand up towards the sky. Look at your right hand. And then extend your right arm forward, forward, forward. And put your right hand down outside of the right foot. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, and step your right leg back into downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward, bring yourself forward, upward facing dog. Just like before, let your lungs come through. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Now use the strength of your belly, your abdomen. Round your back and bring your left foot to the inside of the left hand. You can use your hand to get it there. You can take your right knee down to the ground, untuck the right toes. Make sure you have a nice 45-degree underneath that right thigh. Make sure that you have a nice 90-degree on that left knee, the front one, so that the knee is right above your ankle. Extend your left arm out to the left. Try to bring your left knee right inside of your left armpit. Tense your left fingertips, extend your right arm out towards the right, tense your right fingertips, lift your vision, look forward, let your lungs come through, keep plugging the top of your right foot down, the back one, and then inhale, start to lift yourself up, lift your arms over your head, this time interlace your fingers to the webbing, put your hands behind your head, lean back a little bit, and then bring your elbows closer together so that the distance between your elbows is the same distance between your shoulders. And then you're bringing your pubis forward and up towards the navel, your navel forward and up towards your sternum forward and up towards your throat forward and up towards your third eye, and then your third eye up towards the sky in the same direction as your elbows shooting up towards the stars. That's it. Keep plugging the back foot down so much, spread across your toes, the pinky toe out to the right side, the big toe out towards the left. That's it. And then you can separate your hands. Gorgeous. Right hand down underneath the right shoulder, left arm up to the sky. Look at your left hand. Extend your left arm forward towards the front. Look at it. And then take your left hand down on the outside of the left foot. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, and then step yourself back into your downward facing dog. Make sure that you're taking your weight from your upper body. So from here, back to here. So pushing your whole belly, your back, your torso towards your thighs. That's it. Inhale, bring yourself forward, drop your pelvis down. It's an upward facing dog. Let your lungs come through. Exhale, hips up and back. It's a dog. Gorgeous. Lunge your right foot forward in a 90-degree right away. Take your left knee down towards the ground. Untuck the left toes. Inhale, lift both arms up towards the sky. Grab hold of your opposite elbows. Maybe take the other elbow on top. So the second choice that you have, opposite elbows. And then put your face right in the center of that frame. Take a big inhale here. Exhale, take the frame down towards your belly. Inhale, lift the frame up. Exhale, frame down. Beautiful. Inhale up and exhale down. Inhale and exhale. Try to hold your elbows perfectly in and out. In and out. A little bit faster for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, lift the frame over your head. Inhale and exhale normally. Exhale, separate your hands, put them down on the ground. Tuck your left toes, lift your left knee, hop your left foot a little bit forward so that you can put the whole sole of the left foot down on the ground. The left heel is down. All 10 toes are facing forward. Lift your vision, look forward, extend your spine so much. You can definitely have your hands on something here, on a block, or maybe even on a chair. Really extend your legs, take that right hip back, left hip forward, so that you have a nice flat sacrum right in the center, right? So that the sacrum is right in the middle between the right kidney and the left kidney, between the right sitting bone and the left sitting bone. And then you're going to round and drop your head down towards your right leg. So nice. Beautiful. You can move your head from side to side. If your hands are on the floor and you feel comfortable, you can walk your hands backwards so that the fingers are pointing towards the back wall. And you can allow your forehead to drop a little bit deeper towards that right shin, that right knee. Beautiful. On your next inhale, you can lift your vision up, look forward. You're going to turn all 10 toes towards your left side in a wide-legged forward fold. So you're really facing the same direction as your mat, right? With your legs. Make your feet, the outer edges of your feet parallel together. So bring your big toes in ever so slightly. Put your hands underneath your shoulders. Lift your vision, look forward. And then on your exhale, you're going to bend your elbows and lower your forehead down, your crown of the head down towards the ground. Maybe walking your feet a little bit wider so that the crown of the head can touch either the ground or a block. Or maybe it's still hanging and you're here just like this, which feels really nice. You can shake your head from side to side. If the crown is touching something, you can extend your arms behind you, making your fingers point in the opposite direction as your toes, just like that. Beautiful. And then whenever you're ready, you can walk your hands back towards you. Lift yourself up halfway, look forward. And then you're going to continue the journey to the back of your mat, which will now become the front of your mat. The right knee will go down. The left knee will be in a 90 degree. That's it. And you're putting yourself in this perfect low lunge. Right knee is to the back. You have a 45 degree under the right thigh. Left knee is right above your left ankle. 90 degree. Inhale, lift yourself up. This time you're going to interlace your fingers to the webbing. You're going to put your hands behind your head. Bring your elbows closer together here. Nice. Inhale. Exhale, open your elbows out to the side. Inhale. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. Inhale in. Exhale out. In, out, in, out. Start to feel this gentle pressure that your forearms are doing to your temples, to the sides of your brain, and start to pump your breath. In, out, in, out, in, out, in, out, in, out. Beautiful. Purifying your brain, purifying your third eye, purifying your vision for the last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, bring your elbows closer together. Exhale, open your elbows out to the side, back bend a little bit more, lift your vision, look up, bring your pubis, navel, sternum forward and up. Exhale, separate your hands and put them down on the ground around your left foot. That's it. Tuck your right toes, lift your right knee, hop your right foot 1 foot forward so that the right toes are pointing forward. The whole sole of the right foot is down on the ground. And then notice that your left hip will be forward naturally because your left foot is forward. So can you press your feet down to reposition yourself, re-gear everything here so that the left hip is out to the left, right hip out to the right, and then your sacrum is right in the middle between both sitting bones. Once you have this, hands can go on blocks or on the ground. Lift your vision, look forward, elongate your spine as much as possible. So send your tailbone back, your sternum forward, and then on your exhale, you're going to round your back and fold over yourself completely. Fold over your left leg. Keep guiding your left butt back, your right hip forward. Notice that it's really all in the feet, how you position your feet, how you press on the balls of your feet, your heels, how you occupy the whole soles to really gear your whole pelvis. And then if you like, you can turn your fingertips towards the back and drop your head a little bit closer to that left leg, that left shin, that left knee. Beautiful. Walk your hands back towards your left foot. And this time step your left leg back into downward facing dog. Very nice. Measure out your dog with a high plank. So bring your shoulders over your wrist just like you did before. Put the balls of your feet underneath your heels. Lift your vision, look forward. And then you're going to hold this plank for 3 long breaths. So keep sucking your belly up towards your spine and keep breathing nice and long. Inhale. Long exhale. Longer inhale. A longer exhale. You can pulsate a little bit if you cannot take it. And then your longest inhale. And your longest exhale. Beautiful. Lift your hips up and back, downward facing dog. So good. Then you're going to take your knees down towards the ground. Cross your shins, find a seat, and lie on your back. Bring your knees towards your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. So interlace your fingers around your knees or hold your opposite wrists. And then start to give yourself little circles or wiggles to the right and to the left, massaging your sacrum, integrating all of that work, warming up the kidneys, the adrenals. And then whenever you're ready, you can plant the soles of your feet down on the ground. Make sure that the outer edges of your feet are parallel. You can look at them from the sides. Make sure your feet are hip width distance. So imagine you have two fists right in between them. So the ankles are right underneath your knees. And then you're going to press your feet down, start to lift your tailbone off of the ground, lift your lower back, lift your middle back, lift your upper back, come up into a bridge pose, and then shimmy your shoulders underneath you so much so that you can lift your torso even higher, bringing your sternum towards your throat. Then you can make two fists and press them down on the ground, or one big fist with both hands, pressing your fist down on the ground to lift your pelvis a little bit higher. Keep breathing nice and slowly here. Relaxing the face, the gaze. Nice. Sending your pelvis forward up even more. And then giving yourself the last two breaths here to keep elevating the pelvis, relaxing the face, the gaze, pressing your hands down to lift up. And then after your next exhale, you can separate your hands and slowly start to descend yourself down. Let your sitting bones touch the floor first. Enjoy this nice curve in your lower back. And then you can rearrange your shoulders, take them back behind you. You can bring your knees to touch, separate your feet. Feet are a little bit wider than your hips. Knees are touching at the top. Hands are on your chest. Maybe finding the liver underneath your right hand, your heart underneath your left. Then you can start to windshield wiper your knees from right to left and left to right. Beautiful. When you're ready, you can bring your knees back towards your chest. You can end with the happy baby, holding the outer edges of your feet from the outside, and then bringing your knees as close as possible towards your armpits, flexing your feet towards the ceiling as if you're squatting on the ceiling, and then starting to wiggle from right to left and left to right, giving yourself a gentle pressure here. And then when you're ready, you can let go of your legs. You can extend your arms by your sides, a few inches away from your body. Shoulders are underneath you. Palms are open and available towards the ceiling. Fingertips are naturally curling up. And then you can give yourself the last few moments just to rest. You can stay here for as long as you need. You can continue the rest of your day after this, or if you'd like, you can play the next video, either the Lunar Express, which is a restorative practice that goes really well with what you just started today, or the Stellar practice, the Stellar Express, which is pranayama breathwork and a yoga nidra relaxation guided meditation. It was so great to practice with you today. Thank you very much. Namaste.